Welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
Hey, hey, hey.
So this is episode 3. I'm Ja.
I'm DeMonte,
I'm Macy.
I'm Sakani.
and we are
Busy Boys Uncensored.
All right. So y'all know how we start every episode. We go over what we've been listening to. So who wants to kick it off?
I can start first. I've been listening to a lot of old Brandy, Aphrodisiac era.
Yes.
who is
that's
she
the
to
one
you?
Brandy album I've
Ha,
listened
ha,
to.
ha, ha. She
Huh.
is.
But who is she to you is my shit. Oh my god. It's just like, yeah, the album is amazing. Brandy's amazing. And also I can't wait to hear the rest of the Christmas album. And
I've
shout
been
out to
seeing
her.
that, like promo
Mhm.
for that.
Did
Yeah.
you know that Rihanna's Good Girl Gone Bad? She said that was the main inspiration to that album.
To-
Aphrodisiac.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That came
Rihanna.
out- I thought Aphrodisiac came out before Good Girl Gone Bad.
Yes, Rihanna was saying Good Girl Gone Bad was inspired by
Oh.
Aphrodisiac.
Wow.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, she's a
Okay.
goat.
That shocks me.
Yeah,
You know,
Brandy
you
is
learn
my
some new
goat.
shit every day. Absolutely.
I love
I love her.
I was listening to her on the way here.
Me too. Your turn though.
Okay, I'm listening to Feather by Sabrina Carpenter. I don't know if you guys remember, but we saw her in New Orleans in the little voodoo shop.
I had no idea who she was till the VMAs, and then in the Twitter shit with the little city thing.
Yeah, but y'all should get into it. It's a really, really cute song. It's just about like, feeling lighter once you like leave a nigga alone.
Okay, okay. Hmm.
Nice. Ja, you go.
All right, so my TV is always on this Vivo station when I turn it on, so it just automatically plays. Like they have different ones. I usually have it on the hip hop one, so it'll automatically play music videos. And I came across this artist named Kenny Mason the other day, and the song I heard was Dracula, so that's gonna be my song. But I like listened to his album, and it was really, really good. He was just really good, and I was just so surprised that I had never heard of him, because he was so talented. I'm like, wow, he's really underrated. But Kenny Mason, Dracula, it's gonna be my song.
Period.
Nice. My song this week is going to be Beyonce Heated.
Period. Even though I feel like that was your song last season before.
The first episode, yes.
It was. And it's my song again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess.
Exactly.
That video that Sakani took, what were you saying? Fan me off, like some shit like that. I was
Oh,
like,
when it said,
this bitch is
make
possessed.
the pretty girl
Make-
talk that shit to you.
Oh.
That shit was cracking me up.
Yes.
Heated is amazing.
It's a
Okay.
hit.
Cuff me, please, cause this ain't fair.
Dripped in my pearls like Coco Canal.
Uncle Johnny made my dress.
All right, y'all. So we've all had unhinged moments for the most part. I would say all of us, right? And everybody definitely has unpopular opinions.
Yeah.
So that's going to
Mhm.
be the basis of today's episode. Who wants to start with their unhinged story?
You want to start?
I'll go first. I'll just get out the way. So y'all know I was in like Paris for a couple of times I've been, but the first time I went, I was there for like a dance trip, and we were in the city for like 2 weeks, and then we moved to like a countryside. I don't know exactly where it was in France, but it wasn't in Paris. And it was really beautiful. Like we were in this like garden like chateau kind of situation. I don't know what the fuck, but it was nice. And
Love that.
Sounds like Paris to me.
okay, something. So I remember particularly, I always bring 2 asthma pumps wherever I go. I always have an asthma pump wherever I go just because a bitch cannot breathe a lot of the time. And this particular time, I lost my asthma pump. And mind you, I had like a week left there. So I'm like, okay, I lost both of them. So I was just like, how will we manage to get through the rest of this trip actually if I don't have my asthma pump? And it was like really bad one day. I couldn't even fucking breathe. And everyone's gone. So we were at this, it was like 4 of us in the house and they all left because I couldn't even like get up to function. So I'm just like thinking like, what can I do to like get an asthma pump? So I actually go on Grindr and I go on Grindr and
There's the unhinged part.
I get an asthma pump from the guy, but we had sex first, and then I got the asthma pump.
Bitches fucking for asthma pump.
You wanted her to die?
And I was just like, I didn't know what else to do. Like, it was just
That's so
like,
scary.
I literally have to, but it was like more so the fact that I did it like,
Child, let me.
Wait,
fuck
so
with this
you couldn't
asthma
breathe
pump.
while you was
Damn.
fucking?
it happened though. I'm here to tell the story. That's all that
No, you
matters.
should say, I need a pump first,
Yo.
and then
Right.
Honestly,
you might not finish it.
Maybe I did get the pump first, but it was just really crazy and a lot of that shit is over the counter too. Like, in the US, like a lot of this shit you have to actually
Get a prescription.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Paris, it was like, I mean, Europe, I feel like it was so easy. Like, they sell that shit over the counter, and I was like, oh,
I ain't got to do too much to get this.
okay. But yeah, that's kind of my unhinged story. It was just like crazy as fuck, and no one really knows that I did this, like, because no one knew where I was
Until now.
until now. Now the world knows. Mm.
Well, you guys
don't you guys feel
welcome.
lucky?
I know. We
I
got
know.
a secret from Tay today.
I'm probably gonna regret this later, but it's fine. It is what it is.
No regrets.
We've all had
No
moments where we
regrets.
have to do what we have to do. you know,
Exactly.
so you're
Period,
here,
queen.
survived.
Survival. I'm a survivor. What?
Woo!
What?
Yeah, I feel like yeah, we all know how to survive.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna get by.
Bitch, by any means. I'm in
gonna-
an international place.
We're gonna figure it out one way or another.
Okay.
Exactly.
We have no choice.
So, Macy.
Okay, my unhinged story is kind of long.
Okay.
So, I told Tay and Stakani this
Oh.
and Kylie this at
Yeah, I'm so excited to finally
yeah.
hear.
Oof. I don't know if I told you guys everything.
You didn't, because you said
I left
you left some things out.
Mhm.
Well, okay.
Oh, we
so-
getting the full tea today.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give
Mm.
background and everything.
I love
Okay.
this.
Okay.
So my unhinged story is my first relationship and how it ended in flames.
Okay.
And yeah, so background. So this person is like my first everything, first love, first person I let like fuck me. First person for a
Wait.
lot of things.
You didn't bottom before that? I'm sorry.
This is the first person. This is like high school.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So there's just a lot of like feelings when you want like your first person to be your first person forever. So a lot of that. That's is gonna explain a lot. But yeah, so we met on Instagram in high school and we were kicking it for like 6 months. We was good. One day I get an Instagram DM from some mutuals and they're like, we can't hold this in anymore. He's been cheating on you for the whole time you guys have been together.
Anymore? How
It's-
long you been holding it?
That's what I was like. I
Who
was like, wait.
the fuck
No,
said
mind
that?
you, we weren't friends. These were
Right.
just like people I followed on Instagram. So I sent him the screenshots. I'm like, we're done. We are over. He drives all the way to my high school and causes a scene, like rolling around in the parking lot, screaming, "Take me back!" Doing the most. So I'm like, I have no choice but to like hear this nigga out and just because I was so embarrassed. I'm a senior in high school. I don't know what's going on.
Police?
Right.
That's what I would say. Excuse me, get
Call
this
the police.
crazy man off the floor.
So yeah, somehow, some way, I hear him out and he convinces me like we should stay together. Whatever was happening, it was a character flaw or whatever, and that we can build from it. So boom, there's that. And then fast forward to like graduation. I choose the college that I'm going to because of him. This is the college that he.
Mm.
Oh,
this-
Lord.
This is.
Oh,
the
you were
city-
one of those.
Stand
Yes.
up.
Yes, I
Stand up.
chose. Well, I also got a scholarship.
Okay,
Oh,
period.
okay.
So
Clock it.
What
not
school
too
did
much
you
on
go to?
me.
NCAA.
North Carolina Central University.
Okay, yes.
So I got a scholarship there. And I'm thinking like God is looking out. I got a scholarship. My nigga live in this city.
Got a plan.
Yes, I'm like everything is perfect. No. So this summer from graduation, I had like a graduation party. I told my mom and dad like we're getting an apartment together. They're like, oh hell no, they did not like his ass. So got the apartment, and this is how I figured out.
Damn.
And this
Yeah.
is freshman
Oh,
year.
this is why they was trying to talk
This is
about
like the
us. When we
summer in
didn't live with a
between.
nigga.
This is like the summer in between my graduation and freshman year of college. So we got an apartment that summer.
Bitch, you
Yeah.
didn't even live on campus yet.
No, but I was planning to come the
Oh,
come the
God.
fall.
I'm
So,
already gagging. Where's the unhinged part?
It's coming.
It's coming.
babe.
Oh God. So yeah. So I mean, I guess all of it is unhinged,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
But so yes. So we move in together, and this is when I found out that I am not capable of forgiveness. With like my last situation, once you do that, I don't know how to forgive. I'm not a forgiving person. So we were staying together, living together, and it just wasn't working out. It just was not working. So he ended up kicking me out of the apartment. Like all the stuff
Oh.
outside. So then I call my dad, and this is how I really fuck with my dad. Because
Wait, why'd you get kicked out?
it was like we got into a bad argument,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a culmination of like, you're not forgiving me. What are we doing?
Right.
Kind of like.
Got you. Okay.
So call my dad. I'm like, come get me from this nigga's house. My dad lives in Maryland. He had to drive all the way to North Carolina on a random night to come and get me. I was like, love my dad. Such a spoiled little brat in that way. But yeah, so my ex was like, I'm just playing, come inside. You don't really have to, trying to like get my
No.
stuff, and I'm like, no.
No.
I'm
No.
I'm
No.
leaving.
No,
I'm going. My dad's already on his way. So boom. The fact that we did not stop talking after that is crazy.
Mhm.
He also leaked my nudes on Twitter,
What the fuck?
and we didn't stop talking after that either. I know.
Oh.
I know.
Daughter.
So okay, so this she needed a drink, bitch. But okay, so this is the first unhinged part. The guy that he was cheating on me for 6 months with,
Mhm.
I had to see what the hype was. I had to just see for myself. So
Was it worth the hype?
saw for
We finna
myself.
find out right now.
We still kick it to this day, bitch. I'm like, yeah, that's my good. We cool.
You're good what?
Right. Y'all be fucking?
My
No, no,
good
no.
fuck.
My
That's
good
my good
fuck.
fuck.
We'll
Miss
go
Good
on
Puss.
dates, and like we never had sex, but we done other things, and we'll go on dates and we'll hang out and chill. But that's like the unhinged part. There's more to it, but I feel like I'm taking up so much time.
It's
If-
okay.
No, that was a
Wait,
good
we want to.
one.
There is more to this story though.
There's
that you
more
haven't-
unhingedness because that's not where we ended.
So get to
and-
Yeah,
the-
I think we because
the
that
part you
part
told
my
us.
my jaw's already
Oh,
dropping.
that's
Yeah,
right. So
yeah,
you
you
guys didn't know
did.
nothing about. Okay.
we know about.
Right.
Yeah.
New
So-
York.
That's the more unhinged part that I was hinting at. So after all of this, we never stopped talking. We always were in connection with each other. About like my sophomore year of college, the summer. Oh, this is so bad. Okay. So he ended up dating this guy. We'll call him Jay. My ex started dating this guy named Jay. And you know how like when like your ex gets with somebody new, you're like, oh no, you can't be happy. You can't be happy right now.
I know you miserable.
If I'm not happy, you're
Yeah.
not gonna be happy. So I'm like, you're not moving on.
Wow.
So
That was you
Uh,
saying that.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, you're not moving on and leaving me behind. That's
Toxic queen.
Very Aries energy.
Mhm.
Very Aries energy.
Mhm.
so we started seeing each other behind the guy's back. Oh my god, I'll never forget. He introduced us. Yeah, he introduced us at Dave
This
and
story is taking so many
My
twists
heart
and turns.
just turned a little bit.
he introduced us to each other at Dave and Buster's.
How old were you?
How old? Like what? Like 20?
19.
Probably
20,
like
19.
20.
Okay. You
Yeah.
were young.
Oh, I was a
Young
mess.
gay, but yeah,
Um,
girl, you was.
You was doing a lot of shit.
I don't even know what we was trying to give. It was given like we had been doing our thing, and then he was just like, I just want you to meet him. I was like, okay. I'll meet him.
You said
Why?
okay.
I don't know. It's unhinged. There's no reasoning.
You had to do what you had to
You
do.
said I got a story, bitch.
So
Not an explanation.
I don't know. I don't know if there was like whispers on the street and he just wanted to put some stuff to bed. Like, I don't know. But fast forward, we kept hanging out after that. He's like, okay, I'm about to leave him and we can get back together. So
After he introduced.
yes.
Yo.
So we do that. We get back together. And this is the most unhinged part of the entire story. Me and Jay, the guy who was my ex's ex that I kind of like stole him from, we were signed to the same modeling agency. We had the same mother agent. So we didn't plan it for it to be that way. It just happened. There comes an opportunity to I get signed in New York. I'm like, okay, I need to spend this summer in New York. The only thing is, my ex and Jay, they had an apartment together in New York. So for about
As what? Roommates or a couple?
as they didn't foresee themselves breaking up, so they had an apartment together and signed a lease.
This is stressing me out.
Yeah, so this is the most
lot.
this is the most unhinged part. I stayed with them for about 2 months.
It's just no
It's
way.
giving.
With both of them?
Yes, we lived together for 2 months.
Y'all was having orgies?
No, it was very, very bad. It was very negative, very toxic environment.
Y'all should have just turned it into a poly relationship.
Okay, at that point.
Did y'all ever like have an interaction, like just like talk about what happened?
Much
what had
later.
happened? Okay.
Much later.
Much later. How long were we there for, bitch?
I was only there for like 2 months, but me and the guy Jay, we kind of like we talked off the record because after there's a lot more to the story. This is when we finally broke up. Like me and my ex, we finally broke up after that summer. We haven't spoken to each other since.
Yeah, he hates me now, I think, because
Oh.
of that we're like.
Fuck
He'll be all right.
Yeah.
But no,
I
me
don't know.
and Jay, we're cool now. We follow each other on Instagram. We were just like, I think we kind of just like laugh at it now. Like,
Yeah.
wow, we really did that.
Because it's like y'all was young. You just doing like silly fucks.
Young and dumb.
shit. But
It's
Yeah.
okay. You learn.
I was like,
I
oh.
hope you learn, babe, because that
I was like, I just know anything that happens to me is karma.
I think you got
You,
Well,
des-
yeah,
you, des-
tenfold
you
by
deserve
now.
you deserve all the karma that's coming your way, baby.
But you've learned.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
biggest
for
part.
sure.
That's the
It would be
important
worse
part.
to just keep doing insane things.
Just insanity, just unhinged. But yeah, that's my unhinged story.
Well, mine is not near. I don't think mine compares to either one of y'all's that much. But like I was telling y'all before, I felt like I was having so much trouble picking a story because I just felt like everything I was coming up with wasn't really unhinged. It was more
Mhm.
so just like,
Your lifestyle.
oh, well, when
Oh.
you guys mentioned like the parties and stuff, I'm like, that's not unhinged. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but I was, anyways, my most unhinged moment I think is when I lost my virginity and
Mm.
I was 13 and I had this guy come to my grandmother's house and I had like a room in her attic and it was like my grandma just had one of them houses like any closet or anything was gonna be turned into a room. So like, cause she just always had people there. Like my mom has 5 kids. We were all there all the time. All of her siblings' kids was there. So I was just always with my family at my grandma's house. So like
Yeah.
somebody always lived there. Like some cousin or some shit always lived there.
That's-
Aunt,
yeah.
uncle, somebody. So
Mhm.
I shared a room next to my uncle in the attic. So like it's like my room was the walk-in closet of his room, basically. So like I was home by myself. I don't even know. I think the website I was on was tagged or some shit. Like I think that's the website I met this nigga
I ain't
on.
never heard of that.
Tagged,
Yes. Like
Ancient.
that's the
bitch. That sounds
that's the
insane.
OG website. Yo.
Grandma.
Woo, back in my
The
day.
age of showing.
This was before Jack
I kn-
Grinder and all
I
of
remember
that.
niggas used to hook up on Craigslist.
I feel like they still do.
Oh, that's not quite what I'm talking about.
They would put a
I feel like-
posting.
This was still like a
That's
social
not-
media site. It was almost kind of like MySpace. Like
Interesting.
but it was just like I don't even know how to describe it. It was just like more so you kind of knew niggas on there was gay. Like, so the guys I would meet on there, you know, we would flirt, but I was young. I was 13. So it was like we wasn't talking about shit. We wasn't flirting about nothing for real. Like, we were just talking. So there was one guy I met, and most of them didn't live in my city. So one guy I met did live there. And it's so funny because the stuff I was telling y'all that I dislike, like the contacts and the shoes and shit, he was one of them. Like,
Oof.
to the
Oh,
T,
no.
he was one of them. Like,
Mm.
green contacts, the cheap ones from like the bodega, like
Ew.
you could just see the plastic when you look in their eyes.
Oh
Like,
my god.
so many things that make me cringe. But anyways, me and this nigga was flirting down. Like, I was talking to this nigga on that website for months. So like, he
Yup.
was 16 when I was 13. So, you know, he was a little older. Like, he was able to, like, just do shit I really wasn't able to do because I was a fucking kid. So, like, he was just, like, really adamant about getting us to hang out. Actually, we hung out at the movies before that. But this was the first time we were in the house. So, like,
Classy.
well, yes. So, anyways, he comes to my grandma's house. We start humping and shit. And
Y'all start humping.
In grandma's house is crazy.
yes, in my grandma's house. Like, we humping and shit at my nanny house. And like, since I was in the attic, I didn't hear nobody come in the door. Like, I didn't hear anything. I'm just like,
Oh
I'm
no.
just trying to take dick for the first time in my life. Like, so, which is also traumatizing me at the same
Hello?
time. Bitch. So I'm going through this experience, and like, my uncle opens the fucking door.
Ooh.
And like, he literally just like opened it and just walked right back out, closed the door. He didn't even go in his room. Like, he walked down the stairs. I heard him go all the way down the stairs. And I was just like, I was looking at that nigga like, you got to jump off the roof. Like, there's no way you about to walk downstairs. Like, I don't know if he saw you. I don't know if he didn't saw you. Like, he just looking at me like, we're in the attic. And I was just like, so mind y'all, it's December. Like, it's fucking Rochester. It's like 6 feet of snow outside.
Oh my
And I'm just
God.
like, I'm so
At least you got some
sorry.
cushion to land on.
That's what I'm thinking too. Like, this is actually a good plan. You fall in the snow.
He made it. And he still talks to me after that too. But that pretty much making him jump off of the roof and then catch the bus. Like, not only did he have to jump off the roof, he had to go to the bus stop and wait for the bus in the snow.
And
And
all his clothes were probably all wet and shit.
like, that nigga, that was not, he didn't.
Poor baby.
Bitch can't even talk.
He
Too
didn't
stunned
land
to
on his
speak.
feet like he fell, but he made it, you know.
He
So
lived.
never. So
Period.
when I went downstairs and saw my uncle, we never spoke about it still to this day.
Works for me.
I mean, that's not something you bring up. It's just
But
like,
I didn't know he didn't even say nothing. Like, we just had a regular ass conversation. Like, he did not just see a nigga in my room.
I would have just hid in my room for like the rest of the week and like.
Now I had to go downstairs and gauge it. Like, kind of be like, he.
So what did you see? Hey, Unc.
You think you saw somebody in my room?
That was the
Girl, we
TV.
were
What
just
you
fucking, I
thought you
don't know.
saw. Anyway.
Yeah. So, Sakani.
Okay. Y'all, I have so many unhinged stories,
We know.
You sure do.
but I'm going to say one that's not really unhinged. It's a young story, like you
Okay.
guys. Okay. I was about 15. My sister was in college, and I would go visit her up in school all the time, her and my cousin. And I went up, we went to a college party. I met this guy, and I was 15. He was like 23, 24.
15, 23, 24. Okay, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there, sister.
We all have. We are victims at one point.
I haven't really been there.
Oh.
Yeah, whatever.
I think
You've
you're-
been other places.
You've done other things.
Okay. So anyway, me and this guy, we start dating. He's from Philly too, so he would like come to Philly.
I'm sorry. Y'all were dating?
Yeah.
Okay.
He came to Philly during his spring break during Christmas break, and then I went up there during my spring break and I stayed with my sister. And we went out on a date. And you guys, I wasn't sexually experienced then. So We were in his room and we were just kissing or whatever, and I felt him getting hard. So in my mind, I was just like, just suck it. This was my first time sucking dick.
Okay.
So I pull his pants down and then I just start bopping my head up and down. Not like I didn't know that teeth were a thing. And I was like using a lot of teeth.
Girl, you was putting that dick through the shredder, bitch.
I'ma eat it.
Oh,
Yo.
wow.
Oh my gosh, I'm crying. Okay,
He didn't say nothing?
of course he did.
Ouch!
Well, no, he didn't do that. He was like crunching, like going like
Ooh.
this.
Like-
Oh, no. Wow.
And I'm like, he must be about to come.
So I'm eating.
He's
Bitch,
like,
literally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ate that plate cleared.
Literally devoured.
That's me being delusional.
He ain't never had a bitch like me.
and they never gonna have another one.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yo, no way.
Yo.
Yo,
That's
so he's like, maybe we should just not do that right now. And I was like, what, you don't like it? He said,
what, daddy?
What's wrong?
I'm trying to figure out what he expects from a 15-year-old.
Right, but I don't know. There are
Fuck
other
that, T sister.
there are other 15.
He expected this bitch to be a force.
A throat goat? Like what?
This ain't your
Literally
first
Babe,
rodeo,
I'm
bitch. Let's
15.
go.
Well, it's not like he asked me to do it. I kind of just like,
He didn't ask you to stop. Well,
he kind of did.
He said,
until
He said,
Oh.
maybe,
stop.
maybe we should just kiss. That's what he said. And I said, okay. And I was like, what happened? And he was like, you're using a lot of teeth. And I was like, oh,
great communicator.
okay. I said, I'm sorry.
This knocked the air out of me.
And so, I went to my sister. I didn't tell them initially because I was embarrassed. But then I came back home and I told our best friend Adi. And she's like, oh girl, I'll teach you, like whatever.
Period.
Yeah.
Baby, you never gonna deal with that.
Now watch me work.
Yeah. She's the throat
Yo.
goat for real. She taught me everything I know.
Shout out to her.
Yes.
Hey, Audie.
Hey.
Come teach a lesson. We need
Okay.
you on the podcast.
Weren't we supposed to do we were supposed to do like a little
Sex ed
class?
episode.
No, we were supposed to do like a class, right?
Oh, together.
yeah. We want to do, are we still gonna do that?
We should.
I think it would be fun.
We teaching it or going?
We
are
going.
babe. There's many lessons to be learned and had.
Yeah, I mean,
can
I'm
never
pretty
stop
sure we're
learning.
all great at what we do. I know I am.
Well,
But-
I am.
I was just about to ask, like, if has anybody ever got comments on?
I-
Like,
I
your
get
I got it.
affirmations all the time.
I've had. You said
Wait,
affirmation
on your what?
Yeah.
on your performance. Have you ever had comments on your performance? Like young or old? I remember mine.
Yes.
he was like, that's how you suck dick. I was like,
Oh,
oh.
I never had a comment like that, but I've had.
Oh, so you just came out the gate just knowing how to.
Well, no, I definitely got better, but I was never bad. But like, I would get comments like when I was younger and I would bottom, I would be done as soon as I came. Like,
Oh, me too.
so, I mean, like,
Yeah.
done. Like, I do not touch
Don't
me.
touch me.
Don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
mhm.
So like, I
We're
would, I
finished
would
here.
have guys comment on that. Like, nigga, what? Like, what about me? Like,
Mm-mm.
I remember I got told like I was in high school too, and I just remember hearing him say less teeth, less teeth, less teeth, less teeth. I said,
you bitches are some biters. I
my God.
never.
yeah,
Well, good for you, love.
But I was
Right.
getting good head, so I feel like I knew like.
You knew how.
babe, that don't
Yeah,
have
you know?
nothing to do with it.
Yes, it do.
No,
Like,
because
you-
I got good head, but that don't mean necessarily I was doing it correctly.
Well, take notes, babe.
I did. He told me.
Clearly, no. Take notes from the people you getting good head from. So when you give head, your shit on point.
Okay, well, yeah. Let's ask the audience. Have you guys ever had any comments on your performance, or have you ever had to give any comments on somebody else's performance? Let us know in the comments.
I also want to
Yes.
ask the audience, which one of our unhinged stories did you guys relate to the most? It's I don't want to say sad, but like all of our stories had to do with being gay.
Well,
Like,
look
It's
at the material.
the podcast is our gay experience, so
Yeah,
well, yeah.
that is very true.
Yeah,
Unhinged.
that's a good observation.
I know.
But yeah, I don't deal with that anymore.
Period. I'm the throat goat.
Hashtag Kim Petras.
Not on this podcast.
She eats though.
But
Treat me
she
like
is a
slut.
mother. She's a mother. We're gonna give her flowers, but
Mother.
Niece.
she's an aunt. Like
Cousin.
I'm giving her flowers.
She's an
I love
aunt.
her.
She's
Do
an
her
aunt.
big
Okay.
one, but we gonna be up in this white lady. So now that we've got our unhinged stories out the way, which that was great, you guys.
This is a safe space, by
I
the
feel like
way.
I'm in therapy.
No, literally, this is a safe space, and I'm
This-
glad that we can do this with us four.
Yes, I'm glad. I know our followers and our fans, and that sounded so.
You keep saying fans.
followers and
Supporters.
fans and
Order.
all you
We-
bitches
We need
watching.
like a name. We need like a name, like Busybodies. That the
I
only one that
don't
makes
like that,
sense.
you guys.
No, let's the audience. What's a name that you guys, our supporters, would like to be called? If anything, leave it in the comment section. Or if you like that you don't have a name, that is okay to put in the comment section too.
We want a stand group though.
I feel like something will come organically. I just feel like busybody sounds like we're calling them whores. Like
I don't ever get that when you say that.
busybody, like you like
That's what we're calling
busybodies to me
ourselves.
just sound like you fuck.
I never understood why you say that because I don't ever. I
Well,
can't-
that's
I'm
kind
not
of the
thinking that way.
term. We added a new twist to the term busy boys,
Yeah.
but that's kind of what a busy boy is. Just fucking everyone.
Yeah, that's what Chloe and Halle. That's what that song is about. It's about a guy who's
right.
who's trying that song is literally about a guy who's fucking everybody.
Damn fun.
Okay.
Busy boy.
So let me rephrase what I was saying. To our viewers and our supporters. So we're past our unhinged stories, and now we're gonna get into our unpopular opinions.
Mm.
And I would like Sakani to kick this off.
Oh god.
Okay. My unpopular opinion would be that everyone is a bottom. Because everybody is always screaming, and this is not anything to you guys because I know y'all situations, but everyone is
What, bitch?
No, I'm like, where's this about to go?
Oh.
everyone y'all
Oh,
gonna
babe,
hear.
you are
Everyone is always screaming
Babe.
verse at the top of their lungs, but
Mm.
be the first ones getting dick down and like not. And I know the term verse is like both, but just say you a bottom girl. Clearly you just like to be fucked, and that's that.
What if they are like a
I
bottom
disagree,
verse?
sis.
What if they
Hmm?
can be like a bottom verse? Because that's another genre too.
Well, yes, that's another genre, but I'm
Not
just
another genre.
another category.
that.
Um,
No, I kind of get what Sakani's saying. I don't
Yeah.
agree, but I get what Sakani's saying. He's like, for every top, there's 100 bottoms.
Yeah.
exactly.
Wow.
And for every bottom, there's like no tops because everyone wants to be fucked.
Get your
I
ass up
agree
and top.
I disagree. I just think like I think it is stemmed in like the community just wanting to even as gay people still wanting to present more masculine, so they don't want to be like, oh, I do like bottoming more.
Well,
or
yeah,
more of a bottom.
exactly.
But even still, I don't think I've had some of the best sex with verses, so I just feel like, girl, just give them a chance. Like you
Well, we
think
not
they
going back to
so
this.
you might.
Oh
think
my
they, you might
lord!
think they so obsessed with bottoming, girl. They'll rock your world.
No. My thing is like, if I have sex with you and I want more, then we have a problem because you just gonna you gonna then want me to fuck you eventually. Like I said on the first season, and it's just not happening. My
That's
love.
not true.
In your life is crazy. I feel like at least once, maybe. Like, would you play with a dildo with him? Like, I don't know.
Like fuck each other.
With a dildo?
with a two-sided
Double-sided
dildo.
bumping. I
I
don't see
mean,
you
at
doing
that point, you might as
now,
well just
babe.
put it in.
Oof.
Are you about to throw up?
No, but I think that you can also agree that the tops be out there.
Yeah.
They out there.
It just seems like everyone.
I'll say this,
is
and
looking
this is
for that.
more for my femme bottoms. It's harder for us to get a top to fuck us. I wouldn't say harder, but it's just harder to find one that is into femme men.
I get what you mean.
Because
They love butch queens.
yes, they love butch queens. They like no femmes, just mask, whatever.
And for those who don't know, a butch queen is like a masculine presenting gay man
Mhm.
that can kind of still pass as straight, but like the community and everyone knows he's gay.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my unpopular opinion.
I mean,
And-
that's real. People are gonna agree with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get your ass up and top. It seems like nobody wants to top these days.
I mean, I literally, when was this? Maybe early 2020. I was like, oh my gosh, there's no more tops in the world. Who's gonna fuck me?
There are a plenty. Just sadly, most
Yo.
of them is still.
There are,
gay.
but I don't feel like there are any more in New York.
Yeah, no, I feel like
This is bottom
we-
central,
well,
babe.
I don't so much know about Tay, but I feel like we made our rounds through New York. Like, I feel like the playground for me personally, I don't know how y'all feel, but I just know all three of us have data a lot here. Like, these waters are just tainted for me at this point. Like,
It's funny because it's the biggest city in the world.
not for
Not
black
for the
men.
gay community.
Wherever we go next, it's
No,
It's
no,
not-
no, no. I'm fighting
Listen,
my husband in LA.
hello.
Yeah, I don't know. But we'll see. LA is it's not gonna be a lot of black guys.
Girl,
Mm,
I'll take you to him.
Oh, I'll take it.
Shit.
It's
I
more of a
was
mixed
right
crowd.
with. I'll take you right to where they at.
The niggas be out for sure.
Yep.
Yes.
Anybody else got an unpopular opinion?
We all have one now.
I mean, mine
don't
is
have
mine
one.
is pretty short. Like, I'll just say, unpopular opinion. I love like dirty shoes. That's it. I
You
like
love
dirty.
them.
I
you
like-
love
Like
Air
dirty
Force One?
Converse.
I like a dirty Converse. I love.
A dirty Converse, I could see like a little SZA, Demi Lovato, Disney vibe with a dress. Like I could see that.
That was very specific.
You know, but you know.
I
what I'm
mean, but
saying,
that's
like,
the audience.
It
But
But
likes
you
them.
like the dirty Air Force Ones the white girls wear with brand
No,
new
no.
outfits. You like those?
Not with a brand new outfit, but like I have I have a pair of like dirty Air Force Ones. And I wear them all the time. But also, I think it's because I'm a dancer, so it's
It's
like
different.
a lot of the times, like I have the Air Force Ones and I like dancing them too. It's not giving like
You don't give dirty white girl.
never have never.
You don't. I promise.
I don't give that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not so mad at that unpopular opinion.
Yeah, I'm not shaking the table.
a
with that
Demi
one.
Lovato vibe.
The 7 things I hate about
That's Miley
you.
Cyrus.
But that's that.
know.
That's
That's
a
the
dirty
era.
shoe era.
That's not.
I
the
just don't know
melody.
too much about.
Huh?
Things
That's not the melody.
You make me love you.
They don't
The
know
7
that.
things I hate about you.
Yeah.
Your eyes
He wasn't
red.
quite singing it in the right melody.
Right, that's what I was saying.
He was singing it as if Jennifer Hudson.
What?
Oh Lord. Macy, you go.
I don't have one right now.
Oh.
Let me go. Let me spark your mind, babe, okay? Because I feel like I have quite a few unpopular opinions, but I'm going to start with I guess mine is kind of like superficial, but it just annoys the fuck out of me. Like, I hate when someone goes on a trip and then they post that trip for like the next 5 years, every other month. Like, I can't wait to go back. Like, I literally, bitch, just save your money and go back. We saw the pictures when you posted them. We know you went to Jamaica, girl. Like,
Yeah.
just go back. Like, and also, you might not have the means to go back right now, but like, telling us that you want to go back is gonna do what?
Mm-hmm.
That kind of annoys me when people
Didn't
do
you post
that.
something like that today?
Me?
Yeah, like you posted a trip. You posted the trip. and you
I
said, wanna
posted
go
But
a
back."
you
picture-
don't. None of us do that excessively.
I
Like,
posted a picture from our trip.
You think
and
I'm
said,
throwing shots at my sister?
Oh,
I posted a picture from our Costa Rica trip and it said need a vacay. Never did I say
My bitch says, take me back. Oh, I
take
just
me
can't
back to
stand it in
Costa
America.
Rica.
Nah,
Very
but
different.
I think that's one of my unpopular opinions. Another one is, even though I was saying the guy had them that I told my unhinged story about, I hate contacts. Like, I hate color contacts so much. Like, especially when they're cheap and you could tell they're color contacts. I just think it never gives what I think the person is going for. Like, I just think it always gives super fucking cheap. Like,
thrifty.
like an IMVU character. or some
yeah,
shit.
you know, like they don't even look real. Like, you look, yeah.
Say, show
So
them a real eye.
Look into my eyes now.
You get too far.
I know I'm too far.
It's okay.
But
You can
I
Stacey,
used to
yo.
get asked like, do I have contacts? And I'm like, no.
No.
Let's be serious here. I'm not ever doing
I'm
that.
not Stassi.
Oh my God. Who put the bleach in the contacts?
That was sick.
That bitch, she got what she deserved.
She did.
Shelly,
Right, bitch.
she said, you got 5 seconds.
That bitch
and
ain't
I'ma give
saying
you this
nothing.
after." She said, Stassi, you have no idea who touched your contacts. I know
I do.
exactly who did it.
When she got her on that couch,
Okay.
Yo, she was
Oh.
beating her into the couch.
She had to take a
That
moment.
was-
That first time she said, and just paused.
But yeah,
Bad Girls Club. Mm.
that was
mine were like very superficial, just about clothing and shit. But yeah, those are two of my unpopular opinions. So if you're interested in me, probably don't do those.
Oh,
Period.
boundaries, I guess. Is that a boundary?
No, that's more than a boundary. That is a
Ah.
red flag.
Macy?
I'm still trying to think of an unpopular opinion.
I know some of your
Um,
unpopular opinions.
Tell me one. Text it to me. I'm trying to think. Like, what's coming to mind is that it's not unpopular, but like, baddies is destroying the Black community. The Shade Room, Love and Hip Hop, it's all destroying the Black community.
I highly disagree. Are you saying this about housewives for the white community?
I don't know too much about it.
Well, we're
You don't really
talking
watch
about the Black
reality TV.
community because we're
Yeah, I
part
don't
of the
watch
Black
reality
Well, let's
community.
I
make
don't
the
partake in it because
comparison
I just
about
think
what
it's
the
such-
white community has. People are never like, "Oh, this is bringing the white community down."
What?
And I'm just making the comparison. People often, like he said, it wasn't an unpopular opinion. Like
Yeah.
people often have these like opinions that these shows are like ruining the Black community, but you never see that about white reality shows.
Well, I think it's because they present it in a different way as
Mhm.
well. It's not on a Zeus Network 1. 2, they're probably fighting in ball gowns and shit.
But
for no
presentation
reason.
versus content is two completely different things. Like if the basis of the shows are Love and Hip Hop and Housewives really have the same basis of a show.
Mhm.
Like it's following these people around, seeing their personal lives, and based on what they're on the show for Love and Hip Hop, it's mostly music. For Housewives, they're usually athletes' wives or things like that.
Mhm.
So they still be fighting and shit. They still be throwing drinks at each other. It's the same type of entertainment, but you never hear those comparisons.
I feel like it's
Yeah.
also just because you want to go?
No, I don't watch any of it. Not
Except
even
when you're at my
not in the
house.
white stuff
You
either.
do.
So, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Me either.
I think it's probably just because
You
of
said
like,
me
how it's
either?
represented.
I don't watch them unless I'm
Oh.
with you, and then I'm like, or
You're
I'm like,
purely entertained.
No, I just feel like I
you was
lose
watching
brain
that
cells.
Baddies audition like,
yeah, I was
You need to
gagged.
watch Baddies again.
I said, oh no,
it
honey.
comes.
Okay.
Well,
but yeah, I do. Part of me, like, I get why people say it. Like, I don't think it's positive whatsoever, but I just don't think it's the most detrimental thing in the world. And I think it's okay to be entertained by something and not let that be like, oh, I want to go out and do this. Like, I feel like tons of people watch politics and shit, and they're not in politics and they're not doing shit for the world or in government. So I just think it's okay to be like, because I love that shit. And y'all know I'm a very classy girl.
Yeah, I have to check
Are
myself
you?
sometimes.
So yeah,
ain't
Yeah.
nothing classy about a bad girl.
this is Bad Girls Club.
I feel like I do have to check myself sometimes because it can get a little elitist when you start like being like, this is not good for the Black community.
Oh, this trailer trash.
But then I'm like I don't know. A part of me is like, with like the little kids reciting like "Sexy Red" or some shit. I'm like, I just can't get behind
I
it.
can understand that. That
Yeah, that's
video
kinda
that y'all
crazy.
sent with the kids like twerking at McDonald's and shit.
Like, I just can't get
That I
behind
can
it.
understand.
They're like, no, don't sexualize the children. I'm not, but this is I don't
I think
know.
it's just also how like it's so accessible now. Like as far as like TikTok goes, like the parents probably don't even want them listening to it, but it's just like the access of it. I
Yeah,
feel
it's a
like when
trending
we were
sound on
younger,
TikTok, so
yeah,
Yeah.
and when we were
yes,
younger
it
too,
is.
like we still had access to that. It's
Slob
just
on
so
my
much more
knob.
easier.
We were singing all the nasty songs.
It was just it was a little more hidden though. Like as far as like the lyrics, like you like, oh bitch, they talking about this. We should probably
Not really. I do think we have a lot more derogatory music now, but like Slob on My Knob came out when I was a kid, and that was not hidden whatsoever.
Mhm.
Like
yeah.
3 6 Mafia, Juicy J, their music, like it was very, very derogatory. Like, and that shit was on the radio.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
but I do think it's more like I do think it affects the kids now much more. They're on their phones way more than we were. They like
Mhm.
have access to the internet much more than we did. So
mhm.
I don't completely disagree with what you're saying, but I don't think it's necessarily holding us back. So, for our last segment, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be doing our question, and I'm going to pick a random question that we got from one of our followers recently. So,
Y'all be nosy as shit. But I love it.
I couldn't believe
That's
those
so
last
good.
2 questions of us 2. I was like,
Like,
I'm glad
whoa.
that they're actually sending in questions though.
Me too,
'Cause
though.
they
We're
used
not
to-
even
they used to
asking
be, like,
about
pulling
it.
teeth,
Yeah.
We're
like,
just
okay.
doing it. Y'all doing the damn thing. Thank you.
Y'all really doing it. Which one is that?
All right, so it's the last one that was uploaded. So it says, when it comes to femme and masc men, do you think masculine men get passes that femme don't? I see it in style, dating. It's almost like being a masculine gay is a privilege because it's more aligned with being straight, which is accepted.
Mm.
This is if you're open with it or not.
to my point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Masculine men are way more desirable than feminine men in society. The
Yeah.
closer you are to like patriarchy, and as a
Mhm.
man, as the more masculine you get, the more privilege you get.
Exactly. And it's shown within our community too. Just like in spaces that you go to, like even that one manager who was like, "Oh, y'all not really my brand,"
Mhm.
to be having a party there because some of us aren't as mask presenting.
Right.
So I feel like
Which is corny because all you have is like none of your audience is not what you're asking the host to be. Like,
Exactly.
so you're not even that.
Like-
exactly.
My whole thing is like this Halloween, we saw all the muscular brolic dudes dress up as Sailor Moon,
Tinkerbell.
They
and
love
this and that, and they get this many retweets, this many likes. People,
Which
eating
is
it up.
good for them,
But
you know, because
when-
it's like embrace that side of yourself. But
then when the counterpart does a more feminine presenting person puts on the wig, puts on the nails, puts on the high heels,
Right.
Mhm.
they're
They
like,
don't get
"Oh,
as
this
much
is
love.
too much.
Mm-hmm.
You doing too much."
Or
Like,
looking at you
or
crazy.
they're getting more love from girls as opposed to guys.
exactly. And it becomes less of like it becomes more like not like it's less desire and more so like, "Oh, you're so confident."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I will say, like, with me personally, I feel like because I'm attracted, like, I feel like I associate that just with femininity and women, you know? So it's like I'm not attracted to that because when I think of a man, that's not what I think of. Like,
Mhm.
so for me, it's because I even like look within, like, I'm not attracted to people like that and why? Like, but it's just like that's not what I look at as what I'm attracted to. I don't like girls. So it's like I look at those as like traits that are things a girl would have, and those aren't things I like. But as the community as a whole, like I don't think it's as easy for them. Like I feel like it's easier for me to walk out the house in a crop top than somebody who would have a wig and nails and makeup. Like they're probably gonna have someone say something to them before someone would say something to me, because for
Right.
the most part I'm still dressed like a guy.
Yeah, but to your point of not being attracted is not just specifically to you, but it's also just like
No, I feel like it's true. I think it also deals with like a sense of like fetishization too, of like seeing like a muscular man in like a skirt. It's like, oh, that's kind of hot, or just like when a femme does it. I feel like I don't want to speak on that because I feel like I kind of just be doing whatever the fuck I want, but Yeah, I do feel like there's like a different kind of like fetishization on like both ends. Like people will play into like the dream, or like not even a dream, but play into like the imaginary like fetish of like seeing like a femme dress up like that. Like they like that, they like the accessibility they have with it, because they know like, okay, this is something I want to happen.
Right.
But like with a muscular man, it's like, okay, this is like what I really like, like some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not speaking for myself, but I feel like that's kind of what I see in like how people can present. And even
Yeah.
like as you said, like they show more love to someone that does it like in a skirt, like a Sailor Moon costume or some shit like that.
Right.
Just like, yeah, but
As opposed to someone who dresses like that every day.
yeah, like it's like, oh, that's hot because this is new.
Yeah. But it's also like, to your point, Ja, it's like you're attracted to a man, but if they're femme, I guess when they take their clothes off, it's at the end of the day they still have a dick. So it's like, what is I guess what I'm saying is like when they take their clothes off, what is it that you're really attracted to? Because at the end of the day, it's the same thing, whether a femme man or a masculine man takes off their clothes, and it's still just gonna be a dick and ass.
That's true, but dating isn't just about being naked with each other. So I think that plays a part into it as well. It just reminds me of being with a woman, and I just feel like that is not, it just takes me back down the path that I don't want to really relive again, like, because I wasn't really living my truth. So, like, I guess it reminded me of that is more so my issue with it. Like,
That's interesting. Yeah, because I mean, I don't typically date a lot of feminine men either, but my reason is like I'm the princess.
Macy's a princess.
We both can't be. Somebody has to, and it's not gonna be me. But so yeah, that makes sense to me a little bit. I get what you're. Yeah. But to answer their question and wrap it up, it's just like, yes, masculine men have way more
do
privilege
get more of a pass
than feminine men. That's point blank. Period. There's no argument.
We can make a whole episode out of this.
Yeah,
Literally.
But I will say, like, especially
2.
just being around Sakani and other like feminine presenting guys, I just feel like the more confident you are, too, like, and there's a lot that comes with being confident. It's easier said than done, but like, I feel like you will attract more of what you want just from being confident, because people are gonna see you for who you are.
100%.
Yeah.
So
Still
yeah,
do you if it's hard. If like
femme
you're
guys,
someone who
there's still
doesn't
hope
feel
out
that
there
way.
for you guys.
I thought there weren't no more tops.
Oh.
Well,
Which one?
We didn't. Hey, they didn't say they was femme bottoms.
Maybe not in New York.
Femme top.
Go
Maybe
somewhere
not in
else.
New
You
York.
gotta go
Yeah,
somewhere
exactly.
else.
Femme top
Pocket.
summer. The sun is out.
Femme
I
top
mean-
summer.
Sweats.
There's a lot of femme tops who have the biggest dicks, so try your luck.
Maybe you need to try your luck, babe.
Oh, baby, I have mine already. Thank you.
Oh.
Oh.
Clock that T. And on that note, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
See you later.